Yeah, the word intellect is very roughly used and very often used. Uh, Let me clarify what my perspective about the word is. Okay, intellect would definitely talk about ability to think at a pretty brisk pace, but along with consideration for values. So pure intelligence might create an atom bomb, but pure intellectualism would probably tend to write a literature, write a novel, write a poetry, or sing a song which unites people and makes the world meaningless. I suppose the problems with intellectualism is that it does not evolve by virtue of a person's own initiatives, because there's a large society, there's a large humanity, and intellectualism needs an environment. It's just like this, that the other day I went to shop a pot which had a beautiful chrysanthemum, and I got it home, and on day 3 it started looking pale, and by day 7 it had completely worn out. The plant was dead. When I went back to the gardener, he asked me, "Did you talk to this flower?" I said, "Come on, you must be joking." He said, "No. I mean, they are like our children and we love them. So it's like a child being separated from his family." So he thought he's in an orphanage, and as usual, how the child behavior would be in an orphanage in the first initial days. This is exactly what this chrysanthemum flower showed. I think intellectualism requires some sort of a breeding ground, some sort of a germinating environment or climate. In the absence of this, intellectualism would not grow. So when you write a book, you're conscious about this fact. Therefore, what you do is you get the person onto your philosophy with some sort of kick start, or sometimes a very quiet awakening. And over a period of time, you try and groom him into understanding that. I would definitely be of the opinion that majority of the content of this book cannot be understood in the first go. I started reading a poetry called Madhushala when I was 18 years. And for a couple of decades I'm reading that poetry, and every time I read that poetry I find a different meaning. And I'm sure if the poet was alive today and I asked him what is the precise meaning, even he would be going through convulsions and confusions over and over again. Because if knowledge is a truth, truth is a spring. It is not one event, it is not one happening, it is a spring. And every new particle, every new drop of liquid that is coming out of that, is oozing out of that fountain, is going to taste different. So much so that you would be confused where you were wiser yesterday, or you would be, more confused tomorrow. So that spring, any philosophy is constant disturbance to your mind. There is a peace at the end of all these confusions, but that peace you sacrifice deliberately because you want to go for a higher peace. After some time you come to know that there is a nectar, and you better be researching into, find out what is a better taste for the nectar, what is the best quality nectar available. And that's how your taste grows, and that's how your inclination for the literature, your involvement in the literature increases. I would contend, therefore, I have no choice but to say that those who are not able to value this literature probably, or value the concepts and the thoughts, would probably need to see this again. Those of my listeners who are interested in trying to understand 100% humor will definitely probably need to have a second go. Those who feel that they have had enough of laughing stock, probably they can close the book and say goodbye to it. And those who want to, get meaning out of it, derive some excitement out of it, will probably, need to read it 3 or 4 or 5 times before it starts affecting them. That's the reason why the length of the book is particularly short. It's just about 139 pages and the whole thing put together.